Hello everyone, it's Jo from Thursday Night Yoga class at Hampton Gym. Just wanted to wish you all well and hope you are all keeping safe. And I wanted to be able to have the opportunity to take you through a class in the comfort of your own home. Now this is a recorded session, so if at any time you need to take a break, you need to pause, you need to grab something or take a drink of water, then please do so. Practice safely. Practice mindfully and just enjoy the flow and see what you can bring to your mat today. So I will be doing it to music, we'll have background music and we will also have a Shavasana at the end, much deserved, which I will talk you through and sit with you while you do Shavasana. So I hope you enjoy and I hope to see you all very soon and I hope you enjoy today's session. So I'm going to start the music and we're going to begin. So if you all want to take an easy seated pose, that can be cross-legged, half lotus, or how I'm seated, which is easy seated pose. I'll start the music and we can begin. Thank you very much, everyone. So options, you can bring the palms onto the knees or you can take a mudra. We're going to close our eyes and to start with, we're going to begin to connect with our breath. So just taking some nice inhales and exhales solely through the nose to begin with. However, if you are experiencing some cold-like symptoms, then please breathe through the mouth. So inhaling and exhaling. And over the next 2 to 3 minutes, we're going to allow the body to prepare for our physical practice. We're going to lengthen the breath and we're going to clear our thoughts in our minds. So beginning to ground into the sitting bones and connect with them on the mat. Allowing some weight now to come into the sitting bones as we start to elongate and lengthen through the whole of the spinal column. Allowing lift, length and space to come, allowing all the blood, the oxygen and the spinal fluid to flow. And then also thinking about lengthening through the whole of the front part of the body, right from the pubic bone, up through the belly, up through the heart, the chest, maybe even through the rib cage. And then slowly starting to connect with the 2 shoulder blades, allowing them to soften and relax. Top of the shoulders to release. And then if possible, a gentle draw down of the shoulder blades down the spinal column to release some space into the neck and the throat area. Create some space. Still focusing on your inhales and your exhales and using this time to really start to slow them down and connect. Yoga is all about working with the breath, connecting with the body and allowing all that to work in sync. Allowing the neck and the throat to release and become soft. And then allowing a gentle scan now into the face as we soften up into all the key areas. The cheeks, the teeth and the jaw. The eyebrows, the eye sockets, even the eyeballs. And then all the muscles that surround the face, we want them to be soft, we want them to be still. So the facial muscles that we use to show our expressions when we talk, allow them all to be soft now and give this your hour to allow the face to be calm and be still and have a break really as we move through our flow and through our practice. Crown of the head reaching and rising up as we still continue that focus on lengthening through the whole of that spinal column, allowing space to come. And then a gentle scan into the lower body, allowing the hips to start to soften and release. The inner and outer thighs can start to make their way down towards the mat as the softness and the openness comes. And then allowing the shins, the calves and the feet just to be softly pressed into the mat. And then any last thoughts now that occupy that mind space, we want to really try and move away from them now. We want to take this hour for ourselves, making a commitment to stay on the mat, stay in the moment, and just really enjoy the flow today. Taking ourselves away from all that hustle and bustle, taking ourselves away from what is currently going on. Enjoy this time for yourself. Peeling open the eyelids and bringing ourselves back into the room. So we're going to take a nice big inhale. We're going to elongate and lengthen through the spine and exhale. Take another inhale, interlace the fingers, stretch them out, palms to the front of the room. And then we're going to exhale all the way up towards the ceiling. We're going to spend a few breaths here finding some more space. If it feels right for you, you can do a gentle side bend to the right. And then a gentle side bend to the left. And then maybe even take the gaze right up towards the fingertips as we continue that big, beautiful stretch. Breathe in, releasing and creating space. Inhaling through that spinal column and exhaling. Slowly release the hands all the way down towards the knees. Take an inhale, create a nice big lift. And then as we exhale, a gentle twist towards the left. And we're going to come down maybe onto the fingertips, maybe even onto the forearms. And we're going to stay with the breath now. Inhaling for lift and length, exhaling for compression. So if it's right for you, maybe bring the head, the nose, or maybe even chin towards the knee. But stay here for a few breaths, keeping an eye on this right sitting bone, making sure it stays in the mat, and creating space through the whole of the right side of the body. Elongating for length on the inhale, and on the exhale, bringing in that compression. Inhaling for lift and length, exhaling for compression. One more time. Inhale for lift, exhale for compression. Inhale all the way back to your center line and exhale to the left. Right, inhale, rise up through that spinal column. Exhale, a gentle twist towards the right. Maybe start on the fingertips for a few breaths. Inhaling for lift and length, and exhale. And as you find more space, maybe start to bring the forearms down. But again, keep an eye on the left sitting bone now. We want it grounded, we want it connected with the earth. So we can create a lot of lovely space right through the whole of the left side of the body. Breathing in on the inhale. And exhale for your compression. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Inhale back to your center line and exhale to release. Coming forward now. So again, take that big inhale, see if we can find any more lift, any more space. As we exhale, send sitting bones back. Take the heart and chest forward and lead with the heart and chest. Maybe start on the fingertips. If you're quite good in your folds, maybe come down onto the forearms. And if you can find even more space, maybe even see if you can bring maybe the head, the nose, or maybe even the chin to the floor. And keep taking that lift and length as you inhale and exhale for your compression. Inhale for lift and length, exhale for your compression. Inhale, drive space, drive height, drive lift, exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale. Inhale, slowly start to walk the hands all the way up, and as we exhale, we're going to drive the knees in, and we're going to come to an all-four position now. And I'm going to do this on a side view so you can all see what's going on. So we're taking our hands and they're directly going to come underneath the shoulders, the knees are directly going to come underneath the hips. We're going to make sure we have good space between all our fingers and our middle finger is facing directly forward. Strong press through the floor, and we're going to come through cat and cow now. So if you have trouble with your knees, if your knees are quite sensitive, you can double up your mat, or you can put a blanket or some cushions underneath the knees. As we're moving through cat and cow, try and keep the arms completely straight and do the movement and the motion through the body, through the spine. Taking an inhale, we're going to lower the belly, lift the heart and chest. You can take the gaze ahead, or if you're feeling more flexible and more open, take the gaze up to the ceiling. As we exhale, drop the head, press the floor away, and send the shoulder blades to the ceiling and belly to spine. And again, inhale, roll through the belly, lift the heart and chest, take the gaze forward or up. As we exhale, push the floor away, send the shoulder blades right towards the ceiling, belly to spine. 2 more times. Inhale, roll through the belly. Exhale, lower the tailbone, shoulder blades to the ceiling, belly to spine. Inhale, roll through the belly, tailbone right up to the ceiling, take the gaze up or ahead. As we exhale, press the floor away, shoulder blades right to the ceiling, belly to spine. And then come into a neutral position, coming in to thread the needle now. So we're going to take an inhale, we're going to thread the left arm all the way through. We're going to drop the shoulder on the side of the cheek. As we exhale, take the right arm all the way up to the ceiling, or if it's right here, we're going to draw it round and bring it on top of the left thigh. We're going to breathe, we're going to open the heart and chest, we're going to make sure the shins and the feet are released and relaxed, belly to spine, and we're going to breathe here for 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Really opening into the shoulders now. One more breath. Inhale, release the right hand, bring it all the way to the mat. As we exhale, bring yourself back to a tabletop position, opposite side. Inhale, drive the right arm all the way down, come down onto the shoulder and to the cheek. Exhale, left arm up to the ceiling, or maybe even bring it round and bring it on top of your right thigh now. And we're going to open, we're going to release. If it feels right for you, maybe you can close the eyes. And enjoy the stretch that this pose brings. Nice, big, deep inhales and exhale, belly to spine, relaxing into the shins and to the feet. 2 more breaths. Inhale, slowly release the left arm. Bring it to the mat as we exhale, bring yourself back to a neutral position. Coming into extended puppy dog pose now. So, keeping the arms shoulder width apart, we're going to start to walk the arms in front, and we're going to start to send the tailbone right up towards the ceiling. We're going to start to melt the heart, the chest, all the way down towards the mat. We're going to spend 5 breaths here, allowing everything to open and release, relaxing into the shins, the feet, belly to spine, keeping the arms straight and long if you can. And just keep allowing that space to come. One more breath. Inhale, slowly start to walk all the way back up. And exhale. We're going to come into some wrist warm-ups now. So the first wrist we're going to do is take our hands towards the edge of the mat. Make sure a good space is between every single finger. Arms straight and strong, elbows engaged, biceps engaged. And we're going to move from side to side. As we're moving from side to side, make sure that the core is engaged. So Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha pelvic floor. And we're just swaying from side to side, starting to wake up the wrist. Wrist stretching and wrist care is highly important in yoga. And especially in our practice as we get stronger. Taking the hands now, we're going to face them towards each other. We're going to have them about 3 to 4 inches apart. And again, we're just going to sway from side to side. Keeping elbows, biceps, everything engaged. We can feel that beautiful stretch coming through the back and the front of the wrist. And then taking the back of the wrist so it faces the front of the room now. Bringing the fingers as close towards the body so it's facing the legs as possible. Spending a couple of breaths here, looking ahead, allowing the back of the wrist to stretch. Really feeling the biceps stretching, breathing in, inhaling. And exhale, and only if it's right for you, we're going to take a gentle tip back. But we're going to keep our palms on the mat, so we're not going to let them lift. And we're just going to come into a deeper stretch now, right through the back of the wrist. Breathing in space, breathing in length, and really, really starting to engage now in this beautiful wrist stretch. One more breath. And then slowly start to bring yourself back to a neutral position. Come into the last wrist stretch now, so come onto the back of the hands. And then again, we're going to start to straighten up through the arms. If it's right for you, you can start to gently draw the shoulder blades forward over the wrist, but only do this if you can have strong, straight arms. If your arms are slightly bent and you're still learning this stretch, then stay a little bit further back. Otherwise, start to bring those shoulder blades a little bit further forward. Feel a nice deep stretch. Last 2 breaths. And release. Release both hands, and if you need to, just take the right hand and just do some wrist rotation as we release ourselves away from the wrist stretches, ready to move into the flow. So we're going to start to move into downward facing dog now. So we're going to take an inhale, we're going to tuck the toes, we're going to start to rise up, we're going to press the floor away, and as we exhale, release the heels all the way down towards the floor as close as you can. Take the feet hip width apart, make sure your hands are a good distance apart, so they want to be shoulder width apart, nice space in between your fingers, middle finger facing forward. And we're going to start to pedal through the feet. So we're going to gently start to go through a walk. We're going to release into the hamstrings, the knees, the ankles. We're going to gaze right towards the top of the thighs, maybe towards the belly button. Tailbone really lengthening and reaching up towards the ceiling. Breath is flowing. And just continue this pedaling for a few more breaths. Making sure we're pressing through every part of our hands now. So not just through the palms, but also through the webbing, through the fingertips, through the knuckles. And not forgetting those inner palms, the space in between your thumbs and your index finger. Keep pedaling, guys and girls. And then we're going to release and we're going to come back to a neutral downward facing dog. From here, we're going to start to rise up now. You have 2 options. We're going to walk the feet as close to the hands as possible. So you can come high up onto the tiptoes and you can walk your feet to the hands like that. Or if you're a little bit further in your practice and a little bit stronger, you can have a go at flat foot walking. And we're going to draw the thigh bone up towards the hip. And we're going to find space to drive those feet. We're going to walk them all the way over 3 to 4 breaths towards the hands. And then once we've got to the hands, we're going to heel toe, feet to their hip width apart. Take a slight bend in the knee. Take an inhale, release the hands to the upper arms. As we exhale, we're moving into ragdoll now. So dependent on your hamstring flexibility and all the forward folds today, take it how you need to take it. If you need to keep the knee slightly bent in your forward fold, then please do so. If you're working on flexibility in your hamstrings, then take it to the peak of your stretch and breathe. So elongating and lengthening through the spine, making sure we're sharing weight into the feet, not just hanging around into the heels. Keep elongating, lifting and lengthening, and allowing the head to release and relax. 2 more breaths. And then we're going to slowly start to unbend those knees. Those who have a little bit more flexibility. Or maybe have a go, just see where it wants to go. Your belly and your chest will move away from your thighs, but just stay with the breath, allow that stretch to come. Keep breathing into the spine. And exhale and feel compression. 1 more breath. Gentle lift of kneecaps up towards the thighs. Again, don't hang around in the heels, shift that body weight forward. Use the toes for your brakes. Inhale and bring the hands towards the hips. And then exhaling all the way back up to a standing position. We're going to come into our sun salutations now. So come right to the front of the mat, toes together, heels about a centimetre, maybe an inch apart. Tailbone tucked, core engaged, the Mula Bandha and Uddiyana engaged. Bring the hands towards the heart centre, and we're going to begin and move through our sun salutations. We'll start with a few knees, chin, chest, and as we get through, we'll start to introduce chaturangas. If you are still learning chaturangas or still a bit nervous, then stay with knees, chin, chest. Inhale all the way up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, hinging forward, hands, fingertips towards the side of the feet, head comes in. Inhale, long look ahead, belly to spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, long spine as we look ahead. And then exhale, step back into your plank position. In your plank, hands shoulder width apart, engage through the shoulder blades as if you were in cat pose, belly to spine, tailbone tucked. Making sure we've got engagement through the knees and the kneecaps. Taking a few more breaths here. Either looking ahead or in between the hands. Inhale into the shoulders, exhale, lower the knees. Elbows in and close to the rib cage as we lower the chin, then the chest, release the feet. Inhale up, baby cobra, elbows in and close to the rib cage. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. 5 breaths in your down dog now. We're going to take a big inhale, we're going to come high up onto the tiptoes. As we exhale, bend the knees and bring belly towards the thighs. Lengthen through the tailbone. Breathe in, finding space. Really pressing the floor away now, so as if we're trying to push the mat away from us. Engagement through the whole of the elbows, the biceps, and upper arms externally rotated now. Keep inhaling for lift and length through the spinal column. Exhaling for that compression. One more breath. And exhale, release the heels down. Take an inhale, look ahead. And step right foot forward, left to join as we exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long look ahead, long spine. And exhale all the way up. And back to your centre line. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, lead the heart, hands to the side of the feet, head comes in. Inhale, back up onto fingertips, long spine as we look ahead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up onto fingertips, long spine as we look ahead. Exhale and step back into plank position. Engagement in the shoulders, tailbone tucked, belly to spine. Nice strong breaths, gazing ahead or in between the hands. Lifting up through the kneecaps. Inhale into the shoulders, exhale knees, elbows in, chin, chest, release the feet. Inhale up into cobra, maybe gaze ahead or up. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk the feet in 1.5 inches, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, come high up onto the tiptoes. As we exhale, send the heart and chest towards the thighs, but legs stay straight and strong now. Breathing in space. Think about your upper arms externally rotating as we are wrapping those shoulder blades. Nice, strong, deep breath. Keep the breath flowing. Maybe even introduce Ujjayi breath through the back of the throat. Keep pressing the floor away, lengthening, finding space. And exhale those heels down. Inhale and step left foot forward, right to join. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to your mountain pose, palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the side of the feet, head comes in. Inhale, back up onto fingertips, long spine as we look ahead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up onto fingertips, long spine as we look ahead. Exhale and step back into plank pose. Really rise up to those shoulders, tailbone engaged. Breathe in. Belly to spine. Lift up through the back of the knees. And again, take an inhale into the shoulders, exhale knees, chin, chest, release the feet, inhale up, and exhale cobra. Inhale, release, exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the feet together now. This time we're going to come into three-legged down dog. So this doesn't have to be particularly high. So we're going to start to rise up, inhale, take the right leg up, and exhale. Keeping left leg engaged, right kneecap lifted, press the floor away. Belly to spine. Breathe in, finding space. Keeping your hips square now. So try not to open the hips, keep the pelvis square, hips square too. Belly to spine, maybe gaze towards the top of the left thigh. One more breath. And exhale all the way down. Left side, take an inhale, take the left leg all the way up. And exhale, find that space. Either pointing or flexing the left foot. Lifting up through the right kneecap, maybe gazing towards the belly. One more breath. And release. Take an inhale, step right foot forward, left to join. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Palms together, tailbone tucked. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the side of the feet, head comes in. Inhale, long look ahead, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up onto fingertips, long look ahead. This time we're going to exhale and step right knee back. Coming into a low lunge. If you need a blanket or a pillow, please do so. Release the foot. Left knee either above left ankle or slightly ahead. Take an inhale, rise up. Exhale, keeping arms apart or together. 5 breaths now. Lengthening through the spine. Tailbone tuck in. Finding lift and length through the whole of the front part of the body. Keeping hips square, left up in line with left knee. Maybe sink in. Keep finding that lift and length through the whole of the body. One more breath. Inhale, release flat palms down. Exhale, high plank. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chin, chest. Elbows in and close to the rib cage. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Straight away, step right foot forward. Left knee releases. Coming into your low lunge. Again, use a pillow. And then we're going to make sure right knee above ankle or slightly ahead. Taking the inhale, rise up. Exhale, palms towards each other. Again, think about lifting. Really, really lifting as we inhale and exhale for space. One more breath. Inhale, flat palms down. Exhale, tuck the left toe. Come back to your forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up into fingertips, long spines. We look ahead, belly spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up onto fingertips, long look ahead. Exhale, step back into plank. Rise up into the shoulder blades, core engage. Breathing in that strength. Kneecaps lifted, quads engaged. Inhale into the shoulders, exhale, chaturanga. Elbows in, inhale. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet coming together now. Inhale through that spinal column and exhale.
Taking an inhale, drive the right knee up. As we exhale, now opening the hips and bending the foot. Heel towards the bum. Lengthening through the left leg. Try not to open through the shoulders. Try and keep the shoulders nice and square. Really starting to release space into the right hip now. One more breath. And slowly start to exhale, right leg all the way down. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, open that hip. Really releasing space. Keeping the shoulder blades engaged. Maybe gaze up. Breathing in space to that left hip now. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring that leg all the way back down. Inhale, look ahead. Step right foot forward, left to join. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands towards the heart. Come to the centre of your mat. Feet hip width apart now. Standing, forward fold. Hands on the hips. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. As we exhale, lead with the heart. Strong feet as we come down, halfway down, release the hand, take them to the big toes. And then think about elbows out, shoulders away from the ears. Lengthening through that spinal column as we exhale. Sitting bones starting to separate. Maybe shifting that body weight forward into the whole of the feet. Keep breathing, finding space. Lifting up through the kneecaps. And again, keep shoulders away from ears. Keep that space. Allow that space that we've created already to keep coming. 2 more breaths. Inhale, release. Bring the hands to the hips. Exhale all the way back up to stand. Bring the feet together, toes together, heels an inch apart. Hands towards the heart centre, chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees, touch the floor, long look ahead. Exhale, start to move up into your chair. Tuck the tailbone, palms towards each other, elbows towards each other, lengthen. Slight bend in the knee, heels grounded. Keep that spine supported with that tuck of the tailbone. Keep breathing. Gaze towards the fingers, the thumbs. Keep lifting and lengthening. 1 more breath. Inhale into the palms. Exhale back to a center line. Stepping right foot forward, left foot to the side. We're going to turn and rotate the stacks. We're going to move into triangle pose now. So hips are stacked, tailbone engaged, and tucked core engaged. Inhale, drive the arms up, shoulder height. As we exhale, hinging forward, allowing that space to come through the left side of the body. Either moving to shin, ankle, or big toe. Whatever is more comfortable for you. We're going to really open the heart, the chest, the rib cage. Gaze right up towards the thumbs, crown of the head to the centre of the room. Strong presence in the feet. And again, allow that beautiful stretch to come. 2 more breaths. Inhale, start to rise all the way back up. And exhale. Release your back, self back to centre. Coming into revolve triangle now, so if you need to pause the video to grab a block or a book, please do so. So we're going to square off the hips. I'm going to come a little bit further back on the mat. Square off the hips. This is where you can put a block now on the outside of your right foot or a book. We're going to come all the way back up. We're going to inhale for lift and let hips and pelvis square. So inhale, rise the arm up. As you exhale, left hand comes down to the block or the book, and then as we exhale, right arm comes round and we gaze right up towards the thumb. Strong feet now as we create this opening, this lengthening. Pressing the floor away with the left hand to create space and length. Both legs straight, engaged as much as possible. One more breath. Inhale all the way back up and exhale. Bending into the right leg, slowly start to hop left leg back, extended side angle. Right knee over right ankle, hips stacked, releasing and opening those hips, tailbone tucked, core engaged. Take a longer lunge if you want to get nice and deep into the hips. Inhale, arms up, shoulder height. As we exhale, options. Either drawing the right arm on top of the right leg and left arm comes up and over. Or if you want to go deeper again, grab a block or a book. Right hand can come onto the block, the book, or even the floor. And we're going to exhale the left arm up. Breathing in space, keeping right hip in line with your right knee if possible. Left leg engaged. Opening the heart, the chest, the rib cage. Gazing towards the thumbs. Keep breathing in space. Opening that heart and chest. Pressing through the left heel. If you want to take a bind, you can either have a go at your bind or stay here. We're coming through a bind, right arm is going to release underneath, left arm around the back. Take your bind. And then really open the heart, the chest, the rib cage. Really gaze up and over the left shoulder. One more breath. Keep lifting, keep releasing, drawing that right hip in. Inhale, slowly release your bind. Exhale, all the way back up. And slowly starting to straighten the right leg in now. We're going to hop left leg in slightly. Turn and rotate, square off the hips. Left foot in slightly, square hips. Take an inhale, release both arms behind. Lengthen. As we exhale, hinge. Heart, chest, rib cage, fold forward. Single leg, forward fold. Making sure that we're really starting to use the whole of the right foot. Lifting as we inhale and exhaling for compression. Nice deep hamstring stretch now right through the whole of the right leg. Keep focusing on squaring off those hips, belly to spine. Take the gaze to the toe or beyond the toe. And maybe start really drawing shoulder blades together, opening into that heart area. Inhale, slowly start to rise up. And exhale, release the arms. Opposite side now. So come back to the centre of the mat. Left foot forward, right leg release to the side. Turn and rotate the hips, tuck tailbone in the core, triangle pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinging forward, creating that big beautiful stretch. Drawing the left arm to either the shin, ankle or the big toe. As we exhale, open out towards the ceiling, right arm lifts. Keep that open in your heart, your chest, your rib cage. Both legs straight, elongated and engaged. Really rotating that heart, chest and rib cage up now. Breathe in, find space. One more breath. Inhale, slowly start to rise up. Exhale, square yourself up. If you need to step this leg in slightly, you can. Grab your block or your book. Bring it to the left side of the left foot. Inhale, rise the right arm up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left arm releases up to the ceiling. Press the floor away. Open that heart, chest, rib cage. Revolve triangle pose. Keep revolving and opening, pressing through both feet, lengthening. Press the floor away, really engage core, Urdhva Nadi Dhyana. One more breath. Inhale, start to rise up, and exhale back to centre. Extended side ankle. Pop the right leg back, left knee over left ankle. Turn and rotate, stack the hips in one straight line, tailbone tucked, core engaged. When you're ready, come into your lunge. Inhale the arms up, shoulder height. Exhale, take your options either to the thigh or to the floor. Right arm releases, drawing left hip in now. Pressing the floor away, revolving that heart, chest and rib cage. Gaze to thumbs, right leg engaged, press the floor over that right heel. One more breath. Option now to take your bind. Left arm comes underneath, right arm, take finger, handle the wrist, and then open that heart, that chest, right up towards the ceiling. Really pressing through the right foot now. Keep revolving, drawing left hip in, strong feet, knees engage, hips releasing and opening. One more breath. And release. Take an inhale, start to rise all the way back up as we exhale, straight through the left leg, and then hop right leg in. Square yourself off. Ready for single leg forward fold on the left side. Inhale, release the hands behind the back. Clasp the hands together, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. Try to draw belly towards the thighs, gazing beyond the toe or ahead. A few more breaths here. Inhale, rise all the way back up and exhale. Bring the feet now, and we're going to go into a wide leg fold. So take the feet as wide as you can. Toes in line with your heels, hands on the hips. Legs long and engaged. Knees lifted to the kneecaps. Take an inhale, open the heart, the chest, the rib cage. As we exhale, hinging forward. Breathing in that space, that length. So lead with the heart, the chest, the rib cage. Halfway down, release the hands. Make sure that elbows are in. And keep working on bringing the head all the way down towards the floor. Spending a few breaths here now. So tailbone to the ceiling. Shifting your hips so they're aligned over the heels and really using that space from the whole of the spinal column, right from the tailbone, to drive that head all the way down. Inhale. Release the hands on the head, lift the head, hands to the hips. Exhale, strong legs as we come all the way back up. Bring the feet together. We're going to come back to the centre of the mat. Take the feet now towards the edge of the mat. We're going to move down to the mat now. Malasana Yogi squat. Hands towards the heart centre. Take an inhale, rise up through that spinal column. As we exhale, sinking into those hips now. Spending a few breaths now in our Malasana Yogi squat. Lifting the heart and chest. Allowing the lower back to widen and release. Strong presence in all four corners of the feet, belly to spine. And think about the shoulder blades, try not to have them up around the ears, try and keep them low. Keep the whole of the neck and the throat spacious. So really embrace now this beautiful hip stretch. Again, check about what the feet are doing. Make sure we've got weight coming through the outer part of the feet and not just on the inner part of the feet. One more breath. Take an inhale, release the arms out in front. As we exhale, slowly drop the bum. Release the feet, and we're going to bring the feet now to a diamond position. So, feet together, knees just hovering off the outside of the mat. Hands to the inside of the ankles. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen through the whole of that spinal column. And then as we exhale, lead with the heart, elbows out. We're going to come into a nice fold. Really working on the inner and outer thighs through the groin area. Breathe in now. Maybe move the hands to the feet if you want to find more space. And again, keep thinking. Inhale, lift. Long look ahead. Exhale, compression. Wherever you come to in your forward fold, really start to release. And use the breath to take yourselves into these poses. Inhaling in for lift. Lengthen space. Exhaling for compression. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, drive the knees in. Come into lizard pose now. So right to the front of the mat with your right foot. Right knee over right ankle, hands shoulder width apart. Now we've got a few options here now. You can either stay with your left knee down and you can just rock slowly backwards and forwards. Or if you want to work a little bit harder, a little bit deeper, you can tuck the toes, lift the knee, and we're going to just really start to engage this left leg now. Press the floor waist if you're in a plank pose, and we're just going to do gentle rocks backwards and forwards. Breathing in space and making sure this knee's engaged. So no sagging knees, really try and engage it. Driving forward and back, arms engaged, belly to spine, and keeping that breath flowing. And then options. We're going to come down to our elbows. Maybe come down to the left elbow first. If this is intense, drop the knee. If not, keep it engaged. Right arm comes down, drop the head and breathe. Making sure we're pressing through our right toes, keep the hips nice and square, nice and stable. Breathing in that space. 2 more breaths, stay with it, really embrace this beautiful stretch. And release, lower the left knee, start to come back up onto the hands. And we're going to swap sides now. So drive the right knee back, left leg right to the front of the mat. Left toe strongly pressed into the mat, left knee over left ankle. Hands shoulder width apart. Options, staying with the knee down, just rocking backwards and forwards. Or if you want to work harder and deeper, drive that right knee off the floor. And really engage that quad. Coming backwards and forwards. Try to keep left knee in line with the left hip. Belly to spine, core engaged. And then options again, coming down to the forearms, either bringing the knee down or keeping the knee off. Breathing in space, lifting through that right kneecap now. Quad engaged. Stay with your breath, maybe close the eyes, really breathe deep. One more breath. And release. Slowly lower the right knee, release the foot. Now we're going to come into half splits now. So if you need to pause the video, if you need your blocks, books, please pause and grab some books or books, whatever you need to do to help you move into this pose safely and mindfully. So, we're going to make sure right knee stacked underneath the right hip, left foot we're going to draw in slightly. And we're going to take our hands either on our blocks, either side of the left hip. Options, foot flexed or pointed. Making sure our hips stay stable and square while we move into this pose. So inhaling for lift and length, exhaling, start to fold. Inhale, lift and length, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and length, exhale, fold. And just keep working with that breath. Inhaling for lift and length, exhaling to fold. Really embracing a beautiful hamstring stretch now through the left leg. One more breath. Inhale all the way back up and swap sides. Exhale, left knee and release right leg. So again, either flex or point, left knee stays underneath the left hip. And we're going to move either hands on blocks or on books. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, start to fold. Inhale, rise up, belly to spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Try and keep the whole of this right leg engaged. So nice and straight. If your hamstrings are still tight, you are allowed to take a micro bend. If not, really work on lengthening and finding space, but safely. One more breath. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, drive the knee under. And we're going to come down onto the bones. So come to the centre of your mat. Everyone's favourite pose, boat pose. So options. You can keep your hands under your knees at all times. You can keep the feet off the floor low. You can take them higher. Take what variation you need to take. The best thing to do is to really keep the spine nice and long, core engaged. And then the more you practice, the more you'll be able to start to engage the legs and take them up. So when you're ready, take your options. If you want to work a little bit higher and harder, we're going to release the hands to the side of the body, and we're going to start to elongate and lengthen through the legs. 5 breaths. Inhaling for lift and length, exhaling. Keep lifting and lengthening through that spinal column. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. Slowly lower the legs all the way down and release. Seated forward fold. Move any bum, tissue, flesh, and separate the sitting bones now. Feet together, legs engaged, and really releasing the back of the knees to the floor. Nice long spine. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge your belly forward. Either taking side of your feet, your toes, or maybe even taking a link around the feet. Inhale and lift and lengthen. Compression. Really trying to keep these legs nice and long. Again, if your hamstrings are still a bit tight, take a slight micro bend. But if you're really working on hamstring flexibility, do it safely. Work to the peak stretch and breathe. Feet nice and flexed. Gaze towards the toes. Belly to spine. And as we drive from the heart, chest and ribcage forward, think about sitting bones and hips releasing back as we find more space. Two more breaths. Inhaling for lift and length, exhaling for compression. Inhale all the way back up and exhale. Wide leg fold. Take the legs to a 90-degree angle now. And again, think about separating your sitting bones. From that, I know it feels
or seems a little bit alien. But the more we can separate our sitting bones, the more we can release of the spine to come down into this beautiful forward fold. So, feet flexed, toes up to the ceiling, knees up towards the ceiling. We want to really relax into the inner and outer thighs, and the more we can bring of this area down to the floor, connect with the floor, the more we'll be able to find in our fold. So maybe begin by hands on shift. Inhale, rise up. As we exhale, we're going to take the gaze really far in front. We're going to lead with that beautiful long spine. Maybe bring the hands to the inside of the feet. If you're here, have a go at lifting the heels off the floor. This will bring more awareness and more of the inner and outer thighs to the floor. And this will really help you find some space. And then bring the heels back down. And then keep that gaze looking ahead, using the beautiful length of the spine to keep coming all the way down. Maybe really releasing those sitting bones even further apart. Breathing in space and allowing maybe the head, the nose, maybe even the chest to come all the way down. Wherever you are at, stay there. Do not push this pose. We're going to just breathe to the peak. And we're just going to breathe and we're going to stay there. 3 to 4 more breaths. Allow the stretch to happen. Really, really release into the inner and outer thighs. Belly long and keep breathing. One last breath. Inhale, start to rise all the way back up. And exhale, back to center. Coming into plow pose and then shoulder stand. And again, if you're new to this or you want to have a go, use cushions, pause the video, stop, have a go. Please practice mindfully and safely, okay? So coming right to the front of the mat, we're going to drive the legs up and over the head and we're going to bring the toes to the floor. We're going to spend a few breaths there before we start to transition into our shoulder stand. So taking an inhale, drive the arms onto the floor, start to release them, pull them back. And then we're going to start to engage, take the legs all the way up and over the hips. Feet to the floor, we want to release into the hips. So hips stacking nice and high. Bring the palms back down, lengthen, elongating through the knees, belly to spine. And just spend a few breaths here. Allowing the back of your neck, the shoulders, allowing this big beautiful stretch through the whole of the spine. That feels really nice. Lifting those kneecaps, try not to allow them to be saggy. One more breath. And then we're going to release our hands now to the back of the spine. We're going to drive our shoulder blades together, work the elbows in and get a nice tight base now. Really support the spine. Moving up to our shoulder stand, either one leg at a time or both together. And we're going to really drive our hips nice and high. And we're going to breathe and we're going to watch the belly now. As we keep finding more and more space. And keep finding that space, keep manoeuvring. Finding that beautiful height. And again, just watch the breath in and out of the belly. Keeping hips nice and high, toes together, heels about 1 inch apart. Keep breathing. And again, as more space comes, keep walking those hands down the spine. One more breath. And then we're going to float the legs halfway over the head. So allow the legs to come over. Release the hands now. And we're going to bring the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. So nice and slow. So a slow descent. Keep the legs engaged. Keep them hovered. 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 Nice and slow. And then allow the legs to come all the way down towards the floor. And we're going to do a fish.
So fish pose is always good to do after a shoulder step sequence. So taking the hands, you can bring them to the top of the thighs, elbows in. We're going to press through the elbows, lift the heart and chest up to the ceiling, maybe walk the elbows in, and we're going to drop the head to the floor. Options, either staying here, if you want to work harder, bring the palms together, arms up to the ceiling and then lift those legs. And breathe in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs, release the arms, and then just gently lift the head, release the spine all the way down. Take the legs, belly towards the thighs, wrap the arms around the shins and just give yourself a gentle hug. Remembering and releasing every part of the spine to the mat. And then I'm going to start to tell you to move into your corpse position. Well done, everyone. So get yourself ready, take yourself into your corpse position, releasing the legs, and taking the palms out now by the side of the body, palms release upwards. Again, remember to keep that big, beautiful space between the shoulders and the ears. Trying to bring lots of the spine down to the mat, and allow the body now to practice being a corpse. So we want to stay still, we want to embrace the moment, stay in the moment, and stay away from those thoughts as much as possible. So, hopefully now we're all in our corpse position with our eyes closed, and I can play your Shavasana music. So staying in the moment now, embracing the flow that we've been through on the mat today. This is actually my first time ever recording a video. So hopefully, the more and more I do it, the more and more I get used to it. So bear with me if I have made a few errors today. But I really enjoy teaching you all, and I really hope you've enjoyed the flow today. Keeping the eyes closed, bringing the breath back to a more natural breath. Allow everything to relax, all the muscles. And just stay in the moment now. Let your body soak and absorb all the benefits of the physical practice. And stay away from all those thoughts, they'll still be there when we finish Shavasana. Stay in the moment, stay with me. As we enjoy the next 3-4 minutes for ourselves.
slowly take in a deep breath in through the mouth or in through the nose. As we bring the awareness back into the physical body. Slowly starting to wiggle the fingers and then the toes. And keeping the legs out long in front of you now, and slowly starting to draw them in together so they touch. Taking both arms up and over the head. Give yourself a nice, big, beautiful, long stretch. So just stretch out the entire body now. Sending the fingers and the hands away from the body, and the same with the feet and the toes. And then slowly starting to draw thighs up and in towards the belly. Taking both arms around the shins and giving yourself a gentle hug in. Maybe just flexing and pointing the feet and just releasing back into the ankles. And then slowly starting to release, rocking from side to side with the arms still connected around the shins. Just massaging the spine out into the mat. And then when you're ready, just allow the body to gently rock over to one side, left or right, it doesn't matter. Release the hands and just take a few moments here in the side position. Embracing the stillness, embracing the quietness that you've created. Slowly extending that top leg and just using it as your hinge now to bring yourself all the way back up to a nice, easy seated position. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. See you all soon.